You've previously talked about peeling the EU onion. What do you mean by that?
Well, when I took this decision to run for Europe, I said I better do a bit of research into Europe, and like a lot of people, I'd have heard about the European Commission and the European Council and everything else. When I actually delved into it, there are 7 layers of administration in the EU, 7 layers, 3 of which have legislative powers: the European Council, the European Commission, and the European Parliament. And then there are further layers like the European Central Bank and the European Court of Auditors, which, by the way, signs off on the budget of the EU and hasn't done so since 1994. But the biggest thing of all I learned, and this really, really surprised me, is that there's only one directly elected institute, which is the Parliament, which is the one I'm running for. And the Parliament, the European Parliament, has no right to introduce legislation. Not one person, not one party, not if the whole 750 of them who will be there after May got together and decided to introduce legislation. They cannot do it. Now, if that's not a democratic deficit, that the people, the voice of the people, can't introduce legislation, then what is? So that's something that I would be trying to change. But that's the EU, what I call the EU, and we've been peeling it in the Ballyhea as no group for the last 3 years. But I would love to get to the heart of it. And to my mind, the heart of it is the Parliament.
Okay. And how could you make that legislative change if the European Parliament can't pass any laws?
Yeah, again, you would, and again, I've touched on this before, but I think what you have to try and do is get a coalition of the willing. I mean, what we have done in Europe, what our government has done in Europe, and I think what our MEPs have done in Europe, when you look at the different parties that they've joined, is that they've aligned themselves with similar thinking people, with their, like our government have aligned themselves with Germany and France in all their negotiations. That's the negotiating stance they've taken. But I think that what we should be doing is aligning ourselves with similar thinking MEPs, people who are thinking about Europe, not necessarily about Ireland or about Portugal or about Spain, but about Europe and the good of Europe and the original concept behind the EU, which was, just to build a community of a community of people that are cooperating with each other. That's the original idea, and I think that there are enough people out there who have had enough of the direction that the EU has taken, and I think you get those people together, and you would very easily, I think, form a very, very big party very quickly in Europe to effect change in the way the whole thing is structured.